Okay, let's get to Cardi B. Now we know Cardi B is all about that mess talking, because, it's a clean show. Ish talking. Thank you, Andy. In her raps, it is very much screw you, pay me, come with the dollars, don't short me, right? But in a brief conversation that I'm sure will lead into a bigger conversation when the interview is released with Gillian Wallow, $1 million Worth of Game podcast, Cardi said that she feels like social media has confused a lot of the women out there. She said that she doesn't understand when she sees the conversations about women not expecting men to pay all of the bills and not wanting to go 50-50. She said it doesn't make sense. If he's paying everything, how are you going to save to get bigger things, to get your house and things of that nature? Right? Of course, she said when you have something, when you are doing something as a woman, she also said, which might offend some women, she does not consider cleaning the house and keeping the house together as contributing to the household. Now, um, I think that's a little unfair. If you are keeping up a house and there are children in it, that's not, of course, you're supposed to do that for yourself, but when you're doing it for other people, including laundry, dishes, cooking, and things of that nature, that's a job. That shouldn't be discounted. But I understand her general principle that we need to get our minds focused, because if one person is paying all of the bills, how are you going to be able to save to move forward in life? Sure, if everybody has this ideal partner that is a multimillionaire that never cheats and spends a lot of time with you and just goes to work, goes home, and gives you all the money, it makes sense. But the real world says that, probably need two incomes to work things out. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I appreciate her saying that. But it is in direct contradiction to a lot of what she, puts out in her raps, right? And I don't really mind that, because I feel like I have a firm grasp. I'm being facetious, you guys, on the fact that hip hop is entertainment, that the things that people say in their rap, and I feel like we've always kind of known that. I did not think when I heard Rapper's Delight when I was like, however years old I was, 4 or 5, whatever it was, that the person had a swimming pool that was really off the wall, and motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. If your girl starts acting up, then I'll take her friend. None of that stuff made sense to me. So I just don't understand. And again, I know the introduction that happened in the late 80s, a lot of that people blame on the West Coast as far as, gangster rap and that imagery and what it brought in there. But do you really think that these people are in that moment 24/7? And the second part of that is, do you not think that people evolve in their mindset, in their thought process as they grow older? Cardi B is what, just 30 years old? So initially, when you're talking all of that stuff and you're in your 20s, that's what you do. That's what you think. You're not thinking long term. You're thinking short term fun, whatever. But even though, and she's also received a lot of flack because people said that they would never take, because you guys are mean, marriage advice from Cardi because her husband has cheated on her and they've had infidelity issues and things of that nature. And to that, I say, on the other side of that, grow up. I mean, again, you have your choice on who you get information from, who you respect their viewpoint, but that is very much an experience that a lot of people go through, some out loud, some in private. And just because you've experienced that doesn't mean that you don't have anything of meaning and value to offer. Just because you've had a bad experience doesn't mean that that is where you're going to stay. Or you might learn more about what not to do, what red flags they should have seen a mile away. Whatever the case may be, I don't think that there is within reason. Anything wrong with sharing experiences and having conversations, and if it doesn't apply, let it fly, like the old saying should say. Really, but it is interesting that people get so, so, so bothered and worked up about situations that ultimately do not affect and impact their day to day experience. Like, if Cardi is getting cheated on 9 days out of the week, and you have a very stable home life with a man that would never do that, or a woman that would never act as like she does, what's the problem? I wish we could get back to more of that too, instead of feeding into and pumping up the very things at times that we say we detest. Like, who cares if you're tired of that? Then don't talk about it. But we probably won't get to that point because it's hard and people don't like to do that.